to about getting stripped on stream.
Yeah, same here.
Nigga, you better leave me
same here.
Curse.
Huh?
I have an extreme curse. You better leave me alone.
Man, my first time on stream in Tekken, I had to fight Sparrowgen.
Well,
Rice said he's selfish. He won all of the curses.
Oh, yo, I got the second place curse and I got the freaking extreme curse. What is this?
Rice won all of the curses.
Rice can't win on stream. Anyway. All right, see here. I'm waiting for the thing to load up.
Where the hell is Kenny? Anyway, I don't care.
Why you go live if we gonna wait for Kenny?
And we ain't waiting for Kenny anymore because he's taking too damn long.
All right.
I gotta talk about Cody. Oh.
No, we'll talk about
we all can talk about Cody, not just him.
You right. All right, start off.
Anyway, OmegaSquad podcast episode 12. Anyway, I'm your host, Rice. We got our little host. We got our little guest today, Mr. Big Game.
How you gonna say guest. A little guest? I'm talking about Big Game. We got a big guest today. We got Big Game on the mic. What's up, Big Game?
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Big Dame here.
Yeah, aren't you Witch Doctor's Big Dame with my jacket on?
Yes.
I am the FGC GM of Witch Doctor Gaming.
Oh yeah. Man. I didn't know you were the GM.
Yeah, they promoted me to a new title not too long ago.
Oh, damn. I thought you were like one of the players. I was like, all right, cool, he's one of the players. He's like, no, I'm the GM.
I'm one of the players, actually.
Just really?
Yeah. Right, Rice is a player and also my second in command right now.
I never knew that.
Hey.
Yeah, that's wild.
So, Rice is going to help me try to build the organization up and try to get some decent players to represent us. And hopefully you guys will see us around in future tournaments and doing big things around here.
Hey, Mr. Sneaker O'Toole.
Hello, Sneaker O'Toole here. Basically, Philadelphia Tekken person trying to get this scene together, and all around 3D fighting game lover, father, family man, a baby dad, and all that other stuff. Whatever you want to call me. My role changes depending on where the sun is in the sky and shit. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm rambling. I'm so tired. So tired.
That's about par for the course.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Mr. Omega Nitro.
And it is I. OmegaSquad leader, you already know what it is. Nitro in the building. I'm hollering. Hashtag I'm hollering.
I'm hollering.
Big Game.
Big Game.
Big Game.
Master negotiator.
And we got and Rice is going out of turn because he sucked. But we got one. Speaking of Big Game and big niggas, we got one left. My man. What up, Riff?
What's up? Go ahead and finish it.
Go ahead.
What?
Introduce yourself,
our next podcast person needs no introduction.
You were supposed to say, my nigga,
my nigga, big nigga, Riff nigga, my nigga. What's good, nigga? There.
Oh God.
All right.
Okay, I got you.
Introduce yourself. What are you doing?
Oh,
Introduce yourself.
You already said it for me.
You gave him his introduction.
Anyway, this is Riff, aka the Long Pants Man. At the Long Pants Man on Twitter. What's up, guys? I'm the local driver in Philly. Because they talk about curses, I always get the top tier person first. So I started losers.
You be all right.
Well, I mean, that's because you
get seated. Terrible.
No, that's because how I'm over there making brackets.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we normally seed the scrubs low, so they gotta fight. They gotta fight good people first. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
That's too funny.
Poor Riff. You be all right though.
Oh, all right.
All right. I guess Kenny and Mr. Yusuf will be in here a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, get to these topics. We're gonna start off real quick with the Street Fighter 30th anniversary.
Trash.
Oh, I played it.
How is it?
Street Fighter 30th piece of trash.
We'll talk. So first, I like it. Is as someone who is, I want something to play that, like, hey, I like fighting games. I want something to play when I want to, like, have a break from my main thing, but at the same time, I want something that I can actually put a little bit of time in. That's this collection.
Well, people like trash all the time.
Get fuck out of here. Look, at the end of the day, it's solid enough that you can run a tournament off of it. No, we'll talk. It's solid enough you can run a tournament off of it. They even kept the little the scan lines too, so it looks like the arcade rip.
Who Muttley laughed?
Holland. He's like, oh, the 30th edition sucks. So because he has all of it on a computer. So what's the point? So me, I'm like, yo, I like the idea that
that's not why I said
one place. All right, it's all in one place. There's no loading transition whatsoever. It's like, all right, we're gonna play Third Strike. All right, pick a stage. All right, now pick a character. Goes right to the character select screen, like blinks. Get the character select screen.
Well,
so
or two since it's like a 20.
The game came out.
Or yeah, yeah. They had that feature at Final Round when I first played the 30th anniversary collection and still had hope for Capcom ever, but that hope has been dashed. Like Lamar, just them not having load times on a 20+-year-old game is like that's not really a great achievement. That's the best thing you can say about it.
It's not. Even the price point is solid. $40 for almost 12 games.
It's kind of expensive.
Lamar, you getting 12 games, right? And that may sound like a deal, but then 6 of the games are Street Fighter 2. How much you really want to pay for Street Fighter 2? And right. then there's Alpha and Alpha 1, 2, and 3, and you only really want to play Alpha 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
You got Third Strike. What else you got?
Second Impact and Street
Second
Fighter.
Impact and New Generation, and all anybody's gonna play is Third Strike.
Exactly.
So if you want to play online, and they have 4 of those games online,
right? And Alpha 2 isn't even one of them. Like Alpha 3 is online. Super Turbo is online. Third Strike is online. Like we didn't already have Third Strike Online Edition.
Yeah,
right.
Well, 10 years ago. Isn't it for the PS4 now? Though neither here nor there.
What does it matter?
Well, like here's the thing. Like, I mean, and I don't mean to like
like if one thing, they should all be online at this point. Like for real. Like what the like? Oh, you just gonna pick 2 games?
I mean, that one is infrastructure for Hyper Fighting back on Xbox 360.
And it's like, I'm not trying to just like shit in your cornflakes just for the sake of it or anything like that. But like, as far as that anniversary collection is concerned, did you see all the problems they have with that? Like the online problems, the fact that on PS4 Start is mapped to the touchpad, which wouldn't be a problem.
Stupid.
Which wouldn't be a problem, except for the fact that a lot of sticks don't have a fucking touchpad.
Yeah, the first generation PS4 sticks don't.
Like so,
my Quambo don't.
So you do. So you play it on PS4. You ass out. You don't have a start button unless you map it to like L1 or L2 or some other shit. Like they fucked that up. The online experience, they like my man.
I posted the Dark Side Jeff video.
Yeah, my man from down south, Jeff Mendocino. He's the man. He goes by Jeff the Hero. And he came out with a great video showing exactly how trash Anniversary Collection is. Like, you go online and you'll choose to play Super Turbo, but the person who you're in the lobby with wants to play Third Strike. So y'all flip a coin and then
No, it's not like that.
Huh?
It's not like that.
It's not like that.
No, you can actually choose the game you want to play in.
Right, yeah, but there's also there's also
there's also that random ass.
There's also the random ass shit where you can like go in and be like, I want to play Super Turbo, but your friend wants to play Third Strike, so y'all flip a coin and up you playing Third Strike. Like what kind of
wait? I have a question though. So if you're in a lobby with somebody, you were like, "Yo, we're gonna go and play this game," and then they switch it up on you.
then it's random as to who gets to play what game they want.
So why would you sit back and go, yo, hey, Kenny, let's go play some Third Strike? Kenny like, all right, sure. We get there, and then like, all right, cool. Let's play Third Strike. We both agreed on Third Strike.
And then he hit you with the switch up, and y'all playing Alpha 2.
Yeah, that'd be like, what the fuck? That's a lot.
I mean, that's a fun concept where you be like, you know what, in between matches, I'm gonna play this game too.
Yeah, like,
play a different game and all of that type of stuff.
But then it's like, all right, cool. So if y'all butt heads, it flips a coin. However, instead of having to back out all the way out the lobby, you can just switch games in the lobby.
Yeah, and like, okay, in theory, that is an okay idea. But my thing is, the execution of this anniversary collection is trash, which is a shame because you literally had 30 years to get this right.
You
had 30 years to get this shit right, and you charging $40 for a collection of games from the last millennium. And I'm not exaggerating here. Like, all of these games came out last millennium. And the best you can say is that is arcade perfect, quote unquote, arcade perfect port with no load times. Well, big whoop-de fucking do.
But I would appreciate it. But I would have appreciated if they cut out 2 more of the Super Turbos for Street Fighter 2s and put in like CVS or Capcom vs. SNK.
Oh my god, like a Capcom vs. SNK? I would have, even if it was Capcom vs. SNK,
with or without netcode, by the way. Yeah.
Same. Like, even if it was Capcom vs. SNK 1 with that broken ass piece of shit game. I love the death. Or Capcom vs. SNK 2, which was also broken, but it was a great game. But
they could have even thrown in the EX series for price.
Whatever. Any of those. You can't easily, I would have loved the EX, but you can't easily get those games. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just be like, oh, I want to play CVS 2 and go on Fightcade and play somebody in CVS 2. Like, that's not a thing. Yeah. You know, games from the 2000s up, they're a little harder to emulate and be arcade perfect, which is why having boards and stuff like that is still a big deal. Or just pulling out a PS2 or something like that. So those are the kind of, so those are the kind of games that I would have just loved to see, period. Like a lagless port of CVS 2, because they did it with PS3, but since it was like a direct PS2 freaking, it was like a direct PS2 version translation, it had a lot of input lag and a lot of problems with it. So that wasn't great. But if it was like a perfect CVS 2 port, I'd spend like a good 20 on that alone. But it doesn't have that game. It has games that we could emulate perfectly 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. Well, the Third Strike, I didn't think we can emulate that perfectly 15 years ago. But at the very least, 5-10 years ago, all of those games we could go on and basically get them. If we had them around, we could basically just go on and play those online for free. So for $40, get you what? Street Fighter 1?
Yeah.
I still think it's a good buy, but neither here nor there.
I'm not going to say from the casual perspective, from a retroactive perspective, it is cool to have all the games on one disc. It just doesn't help that how it was handled aesthetically wise, UI wise, gameplay wise. It was dog shit.
Wait, how is UI messed up? UI is pretty simplistic.
Because
but there's nothing.
The touchpad is the whole touchpad.
The touchpad start thing. Okay, yeah, that's dumb.
But that's really dumb.
Setting really buttons is bad. It's not like your button. You know your buttons. If you have like custom buttons, they don't carry over from game to game.
Oh yeah, you gotta set them at every.
You have to set them for each game. Yeah, and it doesn't remember them either.
I'm gonna pay $40 for that. Okay.
Wait, it don't remember it?
I think I've heard reports about it not remembering it,
not carrying over,
It doesn't carry over. It doesn't remember you.
Oh,
like
Capcom,
that can be solved with an update, though. Even though it should have been put out with the original title.
That's Capcom's game, though.
Fucking years.
That's Capcom's MO.
Was this outsourced? Because this seems like
is lazy as fuck, which is typical.
I don't think Capcom did this. Capcom only published it. They didn't actually make this shit.
Well, where the quality control at?
Yeah.
Before I stamp my name on anything, I need to know what I'm getting.
Not when you work at Capcom, baby.
apparently,
Because
Capcom
how did
you can
Marvel
get a whole
Infinite
bunch
make
of
it through the door?
All right. Next, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Maxie announced for Soul Calibur
Ollie's
6.
dog is going to be a character in Soul Calibur. Maxie.
Yeah. Anyway. Yuzamasu and Vegito.
Oh, wait, we
Wait,
actually talk about
wait,
Maxie,
wait,
yo. What
hold
the
on,
fuck?
Oh, y'all want to? Oh, y'all was acting like y'all didn't talk about it.
Me and Damon's here. I got somebody I can bounce ideas off of.
We can talk Soul Calibur.
Hold on.
I said it. I took a pause.
Fuck Maxie.
Not so fast, big fella.
Anyway, we got Nunchuck Man.
Nunchuck
Man.
So let's run it down.
Chuck
Big fella, what you think about that? How you feel about Maxie being back?
As I've only played Maxie only somewhat back in his previous games. He seems solid on this one. They went back into his roots from like the first Soul Calibur. And I feel as though like looking from the video and stuff, they wanted to get back to his feels from the first era when he came out, but also try to mix up some new things. So, you know, I saw like a lot of like his vertical hits wasn't really shown on the video, so that kind of concerns me because Maxie was known for his vertical hits. But also looking like observing it just seems like they made him like a pretty solid character. So, you know, I'll have to see more, but personally, I think he looks pretty good.
I feel like this is going to happen again. Maxie is going to fall into the background, and it is what it is. It's like because I just watched the trailer, like while he was talking. He seems like regular old Maxie. Like you would have to have a Maxie expert in here to really go, oh, he has this that's different, he has that's different. I'm like he looks like I'm constant mix up. Like if I hit this button, either I go high or low or mid. What do you want me to do? Go low. Oh, I'm going high. Sorry, you guessed wrong. Let's try that again. All right, I'm gonna go high again because you guessed wrong. All right, now watch my hands now. That's literally how Maxie is to me.
All right, you ready? Here it come. You ready? Here it come.
No, but it's a lot of Maxie just movement and making them guess their speed. Like if you get really good at neutral, you can be really good Maxie player.
Yeah,
but I feel like
neutral.
It's all about neutral at the end of the day, especially with him. He lives or dies by it because his sidestep is built into his kit. Like a lot of Maxie shenanigans can literally go, I'm going forward. Oh, you blocked that. I'm negative. Let me spin and get out of that.
Maxie's always had like a ton of strings. He's basically always been the law of the game.
Yeah,
where you just start swinging.
Yeah,
and if you
real talk.
I get busting your head with some nunchucks.
Soul Calibur too. I used to like to see how long I could keep going until I stopped moving. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep pushing attack buttons until I either repeat something 3 times or I just stop moving. And it's amazing. He has like if you had a spreadsheet for him, a flowchart for him, it'd be like a spider web. It would be like some intricate, like, all right, kick. All right, now you can do something after that. Kick again. Or you push another button. What do you want to do? Overall, though, I feel like it's gonna happen again. He'll be one of those hidden tier, like if you put your time into
sleeper hits.
Sleeper hits. You put your time into it, he's gonna be amazing. But if you like, don't sleep on him when you see him either. However, I'm not gonna put a bunch of. I personally not gonna invest a bunch of the character. Yeah, I don't even know who my character is yet either, though. Like,
I'm giving them mid-tier at best.
Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to the White Wolf. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The White Wolf, yeah,
buddy.
A lot of quick staying on the topic, but jumping a little bit. The rumor about Final Fantasy VII characters being in this game. Has that been debunked yet?
No, it hasn't been debunked. And like, you know, I'm as cheap as that is, honestly. But I mean, as cheap as that is, I still want to see it happen anyway. Just because I like Final Fantasy VII.
I ain't gonna lie to you, it's not not even on some otaku shit. I'm blaming Tifa if she comes out. I'm like, no, that's gonna
Tifa would be hot.
Yo, I would love Tifa. Like, especially if they made her play anything like friggin' Heihachi did too.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like build like jab, spin, low. Like, oh shit. Dude.
See, I don't even want to get myself hyped up
Exactly.
on that kind of rumor just because like, you know, I'll be disappointed if it don't happen. But
all right, quick question.
Like, can I chop somebody up with a Buster Sword? Oh, fuck, I'd drop a nightmare. I'd drop a nightmare of Siegfried in a second if I got Cloud with a Buster Sword. Or
yeah, what were you saying? What were you saying? Repeat the question.
I was going to ask you. Yeah. So this guard impact system, how is it now?
It's much better.
Does it cost like meter or some stupid shit like that anymore?
Does not cost meter.
Thank God.
So is it just literally block and hit a direction?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
So
That's all I want.
Caliber 2.
That's all I want. I hated that. I'm like, okay, I know you're going to
meter whatsoever. You can time it perfectly, and you can get off a combo with it as well.
What? Wait,
yeah,
is it like?
Well, bro did that to me a couple of times during that stream match. So
I'm gonna watch that now. I'm gonna rewatch it again. Then hold on. But go ahead.
No, I was saying like it doesn't really cost meter. You can get into a solid combo with it, or you can go into like the reversal edge with it as well. So that can be useful to like do a guard cancel into a reversal edge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, but it's the only other question I have is the meter that's right above, like right where the time is. There's a meter there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just like only for like the super moves, or could you burn it for like edge guard moves? Not edge guard, but edge moves.
It can be used for edge moves as well. Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm like, is this only for super? I swear to God, I don't want this here anymore. Though. All right.
But yeah, so I'm assuming there's going to be more characters on the way because the release date is September. Am I wrong?
September, yeah.
They haven't officially announced it, but if you're going by rumors,
yeah. That was going to be here in time for Evo because I know everybody is like.
Nah, but I'm expecting it to be like a demo booth.
Yeah, a demo booth with all the characters probably.
The storyline itself is going to be funny only because, technically speaking, Nightmare is Siegfried, but Siegfried is in the game.
I've always done it that way.
No, it's
I did speak to the Bandai Namco rep that was at Combo Breaker, and it's definitely going to be at Summer Jam playable.
Hey. You heard it here first, folks.
So be excited for that.
We dropping stuff before ears and
He definitely wants to see everyone participate in it, so he will be there. So give him some feedback on how you like it.
Kayane-sama, I love you. All right,
I'm gonna come in there and go. This is good.
Be ready.
Where's Dragunov? What? He's not in
Where's Dragunov? Over there in a second.
Bandai, same company.
Put my gray man with the North Philly beard in there, Kratos.
I need Geese Howard. My friend wants Geese Howard in the game too. We need Geese Howard.
You're already in 7.
Well, you're already in 2nd. Like, what are you doing?
That's way too
you could have at least said Billy Kane or something, man.
Right.
You're
my God,
out of here.
That would be fun.
Put in Thanos without his gauntlet. That was a good character.
Put in Goku.
I was just saying, if Cross Battle can
characters,
or Yajirobe,
we got the Ningen Slayer Zamasu and Vegito Blue in Dragon Ball Fighters. Just came out a couple hours ago. What do y'all think?
Vegito,
right?
I like Zamasu a lot.
Oh, let's freaking go!
I like Zamasu a lot.
What the fuck is that?
He has potential, but I think he just won't end up falling because like he's a little bit more technical than
like
some other characters.
I heard you have to do a lot to get like a combo off.
Yeah, you have to do a lot to
it's funny. I don't know what it is. It's funny, right? Because Vegeta Blue and Goku Blue are both like Goku Blue is significantly easier, but Vegeta Blue is slightly more technical. And Vegito feels like a mix mash of the two. So I guess it's accurate to them because Goku Blue is easy, Vegito Blue is a little bit more cheeky.
I disagree.
Tricky. You don't like them?
No, I disagree with pretty much what you're saying. Well, one, Goku Blue is easy compared to who?
Vegeta Blue.
Compared to Vegeta Blue? Well, all right. So the thing that Goku Blue has that makes him a little easier than Vegeta is his ability to bring you back to his ability to easily bring you back to the ground meterlessly.
Yeah, but that's important in this game, especially.
I know. I'm not done. But like he has that, but a lot of his optimal combos and shit is not are not like freaking easy or simple at all. Vegito, on the other hand, I mean, I'm not saying that he's like particularly he's more difficult than Blue Vegeta, but he has a lot more like his mix-up game and just the way he plays. He does a lot of different shit, whereas Blue Vegeta seems like he has more of a straightforward style.
Yeah.
Like he has his one mix-up where he's got the little Rekka kicks, and then he can dash after you and do an instant overhead, and then he spins meter to bring you back to the ground. But it's like, other than that, are you really what decisions are you making?
I feel that. I'll feel that. Down the line, okay, I'll revert that, and I'll say the mechanically weird character is definitely Zamasu.
Yeah, he's definitely
if Vegito is weird, Zamasu is weirder.
I think Vegito and Zamasu are both weird.
Yeah.
I think they're both weird. Because like Vegito doesn't have his crouching low is an overhead that cancels out of his mediums.
Yeah,
I mean his crouching light. I mean not crouching low.
On
crouching
top of
light.
already having a universal overhead.
Yeah, he's got and like that down L. He just dashes forward and just pounds the ground, and that's an overhead. It's slow as shit, and it's almost that feels more like a heavy attack than it does a light. So
I remember that. It actually reminded me of Hits overhead, where it's like weird slow and it's an odd like delay startup. Yeah, I do. Yeah,
right. But isn't that like his crouch medium?
It is. Yes.
Yeah, like Vegito, it's his crouch light. Like what?
Yeah, Nani.
But to be real though, I think Vegito got a lot more potential compared to Zamasu.
If there's Zamasu might be secretly really great though.
Yo, did you see those combos?
Yo,
yeah, I don't know if anybody has experimented with him, but can he do universal overhead into flight into a combo that way?
I'm not sure. I mean, I got a lot of labbing to do with him.
Has anyone dug in yet?
Nah, not really.
Dug in that deep.
Okay.
But like for Vegito, right? Like his down heavy in the air isn't jump cancelable, so he doesn't have like so even like the combo strings that like say somebody like Vegeta, Blue Vegeta has, even though he can't easily bring you down to the ground. At the very least, he can bring a light medium, down heavy, double jump, light medium, whatever. Yeah. Vegito can't even do that. Like his key blast, he doesn't have a normal key blast. His key blast is a spirit sword. Either spirit sword or he just makes a key blast just freaking instantly materialize in front of your face and blow your ass up.
So would you say he's like incredibly optimal with assists, or what do you think? Like
I think you're gonna have to.
So what do you think is his most maximized assist?
He's probably going to be a point character. I think like first thoughts, beam assist, either beam or lockdown assist. He does have like at least some projectile game because even though he doesn't have a straight key blast, he does have quarter circle forward key blast. But even then, he can't do that on the ground. Like even if you do it on the ground, he'll jump up into the air and throw like basically 4 key blasts that you can't super dash through. So at least he's better than Beerus as far as that's concerned. But
Beerus is in the game. Damn.
Like yeah, but he has no ground. He has no real ground projectiles because he can only materialize his key blast either right in front of his face or like a few character lengths away. Then the thing that we all thought was his 2H in the beginning, which would have been like the most broken thing in existence if it was, that is crouching key blast.
Right. Okay.
Like what?
Right.
It's just weird. He kneels down and throws a spirit sword up in the air. And if it touches you, then he does that big swipe back and you can follow it up. I need the test to see how good this is as an anti-air. If that's actually really good as an anti-air, then he basically has 2Hs. Which is just strange. Like he's a really weird character.
Down the line, somebody might break him and make him great.
I'm still gonna play him though, because if there's one thing I really love about Vegito though so far, it's his stand light.
Oh my god, that shit is multiple kicks and everything. That shit is raw.
It's 4 hits. It's fast, and it moves him forward. Like if I vanish and you block it and then try to dash away, all I gotta do is press stand light, and it'll catch your back dash free.
Yeah.
So it's like when he vanishes on you, if you don't punish the vanish correctly, then you have to eat something.
You know what's actually kind of accurate but interesting? Vegito Blue and Fuse Zamasu got little to no screen time, and they're both weird, not incomplete characters, but they're kind of limited in what they have for now. But it seems like they're kind
strange.
They're mad strange, right? So I think down the line they're gonna more. I don't know. I could consider.
I already seen some crazy shit with Zamasu already.
Yeah, they both exclusively look like point characters to me.
Yeah, they're definitely point characters.
Yeah, I can't see you being able to just do everything by yourself with either of these characters, really. Like, they need a little bit of help. But I think they're going to be ridiculous when somebody breaks them.
Yeah, like, synergy-wise, I can see a lot going on.
Because, like, for example, another thing. Vegito's Air Ki Blast, right?
Yep.
It's a spirit sword. So, instead of doing the 2H, you do, like, a combo into Ki Blast, and then that launches them up again. Mm-hmm. But it's like that's some weird shit, but I have a feeling that people are going to be able to do some crazy shit off of that you wouldn't be able to on like the normal just press 2H to get them to relaunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. I feel you. All right.
That's so weird.
Any parting thoughts with those guys?
Dragon Ball is fun.
Mr. Soul Calibur Professor can't really.
I played it again. I played it yesterday. I had fun. Same thing for Cross-Tag. Like right now, anime games are doing well for being a bit more simplistic, which sounds crazy, but it's bringing a bigger audience.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. Like I couldn't work at Arc Systems because the ideas I would have are too outlandish. Because when they eventually come out with Kobe Bryant, aka Mr. 17, I was thinking the other day about it. I had a concept in my head. Remember they said the androids have unlimited energy? What if they have it as a character where his key bar constantly refills?
Just automatically regenerates?
Yeah, like just slowly builds back up.
I mean, I see where you're going with that. I don't think you're going to do it.
I don't know. It's just ideas like that get me hyped. That's all it is. Like, more so than the game itself.
That would be mad cool, though.
Like the DLC characters down the line is what make me hype.
If it was a one-on-one game, he could be like Hakumen, where it's just he constantly builds his bar, just automatically replenishes on its own. Yeah, and
it's just silly shit I was thinking about. That's all.
They've done it. It's just I don't think for teams it would work.
Yeah,
but yeah, Hakumen
it wouldn't be fair either.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fair at all.
Not in this game. Not in this game where you have a freaking shared super meter.
Yeah, no. But one-on-one, oh, that's all the way. That's doable. Right. That's all they're doable. All right, Kenny.
But moving on, we have the E-League groups were announced and finalized because these groups are kind of
that's a bit of wow.
They need to do a little. So they need to do a little tuning of that.
I need a TO.
So I'm assuming that now. First of all, before we even get into what the groups and who's in them, I'm assuming they have it so 2 Evo champions weren't in the same pool. That's what I'm getting.
I don't know. Well, and if they did it like that, then I have a problem with that too. Because Street Fighter 5 only has 2 Evo champions.
No, but I mean like over the history of Street Fighter 4 and 5.
No, I know. That's why I'm saying that's a problem because this is not the same freaking game. At all.
Yeah.
So the idea that you have like that, since Justin Wong won once upon a time, he shouldn't be in the same pool as like a Daigo. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Not in the context of this game. Like for another game, sure, but
still the reputation carries over regardless of the game.
Granted, but the problem with so maybe we should just go into the group. So Group A has Tokido, Dogura, Luffy, Mena, JB, and PR Raw. All right. Group B.
That's kind of rough.
That's rough as shit. Group B, Group A, you got basically the most recent Evo champion and the most recent Capcom Cup champion, and this is 4-5. Group B, you got Punk, Phenom, Momochi, Fudo, 801 Strider, and Commander Jesse. I mean, you definitely got some top tier, solid ass names in there, but that's clear that's not anywhere near close to the level of recent clout as the last group, except for like Punk, who's kind of fallen off recently. But that's beside the point. So you got Group C. This is the one where I think they fucked up the most. NaClRice,
I think so too.
Broly and Ho, Jay Wong, huh?
Berlino.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Still, I like
Broly Ho
better.
Like a jerk.
Jay Wong, Snake Eyes, Smug, and Problem X. And before I get into why that group is trash, because I mean it has NaClRice doing it, and Capcom Cup champion, not taking nothing away from any of these players. But Group D is Fujimura, Haitani, Infiltration, Daigo, F Champ, and Idom. What?
Yeah, who put that together?
You got Infiltration and Daigo in the same pool, and I mean the same group with Fujimura and Haitani, two other Japanese players. And I mean, you got F Champ and Idom bringing up the rear, obviously, but like
they just threw Idom in there.
hey, no disrespect to Idom, but like you got like a bunch of like evil champs and
the more and more I look at it, the more and more it's like everything should be switched around. But I'm not going to put on my own fantasy break because Group A has 4 Evo or Capcom Pro Tour champions in it.
Yep. Yo, how about this? Group D has 3 Japanese players.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Group C has 0.
Yeah.
0.
Well, Infiltration is Korea.
I said 3 Japanese players. Right, pay attention.
Infiltration. Like, let's throw in. Let's throw in.
Champ, and I'll be like this.
Group D basically has like all these international players, and then F Champ and Idom just snuck in there like, yo, we here too.
Yeah, Korea, Japan, and 2 Americans.
I'm about to put Idom on the list.
And then Group C, you got Problem X coming over from the UK, and I forget where Berlino's from.
Somewhere in South America.
Okay, so you got South America, UK, and then 4 American players. What? That doesn't make any sense. Like, and Jay Wong in there, like, and
Berlino's Brazil, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah, it makes sense. And Jay Wong's in there, and again, taking nothing from Justin. He's one of the most legendary fighting game players of all time. But in 5, he's not top 2 Evo from 5.
Not really.
So, like, what do you have? You got NaClRice in there, and then you got a bunch of top players, but you don't have like the champion level players of like, you got NaClRice. I guess what? You got NaClRice in C, Infiltration in D, Tokido in A, but Tokido and Mena are in A.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the case.
Like, so if you're just going by who won either Evo or Capcom Cup, it's still unbalanced. If you go by regional seeding, which is how most majors normally seed their shit by region, because you don't want to go play. You want all the areas to be roughly equally represented and roughly equally have a shot. That's not right.
Do they go by their personal schedules as well? Like I can't make it on that pool. I can make it another.
I don't know what their
who knows what it is.
I don't know what their criteria is. It just looks a little strange.
They'd be like, Idom, we put your group A. Like, no, I can't make that. I make that. But all right, we throw you in the right Daigo and Hatani and all.
Yeah, just from a TO perspective, this seating looks a little suspect. Just saying.
I mean, it could be a good reason though.
It might be. It just looks a little sus.
It's going to be interesting to watch. I think, regardless of how we all feel about Street Fighter V, because, but it's funny because it's more interesting to watch because it's guaranteed to be high level play.
Yeah.
But it's already a mismatching of the groups as a turnoff, and the other turnoff is within Street Fighter V itself. So
honestly, I think the only reason anybody even watches this shit anymore is because these are like the highest level players from our community, like playing each other.
Yeah.
Not because it's 5, just because this is high level fighting game action in a game that we all understand and nobody likes.
Yeah. It's funny because these are both iterations of this year's E-League are weird for 2 different reasons. First season was, why are some of these players here? And 2, it was like, why are these players in these groups meshed this way? So it's already like two different problems, 2 different years.
Is the prize 100K again?
Huh?
Is the prize giving like 100K again?
I'm not sure. I think so.
I know it's like 100+K.
Might be more this time.
Yeah.
I wish they put 100+K into making the game great again.
Dear God.
All right. Any more thoughts on that?
Is there anything else that need to be said?
No, not on this.
When the E-League for Dragon Ball, that would be hype as fuck.
Yes, that would be.
That might come next year.
Yeah. We had ours. That shit was great. We had a good time.
Yeah.
What? We had your what?
We had an E-League already. Tekken had our E-League.
What, Tekken?
Yeah, the team-based one, but Cuddlecore is the
Oh yeah, the team-based one.
Oh, yeah,
right. It was cool. It was so.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry.
Man, the best Tekken thing was Tekken World Tour, like the Tekken World Tour.
Oh, yeah, that was E-League for this year is the prize is $250,000.
Nice.
My God.
Yep. $250,000.
Investing money.
And it's
man, if I was willing to just sell my soul.
So it's gonna be interesting.
sell my enjoyment.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the former E-League champion of 2017 Punk, how he does against all these newcomers, because compared to last year, this is far from sweet. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
Everybody came out.
Right. The arsenal of niggas is out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
but all right. Next, we have a little bit more of a controversial topic, as nothing to do with the fighting game itself, but how you play them. You have the Magenta lever. This thing has got a lot in this. Wait, what's up, Colin?
Well, before that, let's not leave Street Fighter yet.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, what am I doing? Oh shit.
Yeah, it's your time to shine, right?
Look at the script. Welcome back.
Yeah,
Welcome back. Cody's back. Woo! So, first and foremost, I would just like to say that I was very
out of the God.
No questions.
No questions. The mayor. But no, first coming into it, I was like, I don't know what to expect. It's probably going to be something completely different. On that aspect, it was. They've done this thing where they've dug even deeper into his Final Fight moveset. So first and foremost, the guy got on the most boss ass. It's not even a suit; it's a blazer and a button up, like a little vest going on.
You got Kenny Omega in the game.
Yeah, yeah. So first and foremost, hey, Kenny Omega, one of the best wrestlers in the world, announced his cosplay as the character, which I thought was really cool, and I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yo, you was in such a loss for words, man. You was like, this is just weird. What the hell is he doing? I'm just like, yo, this is just
like, wow. So, yeah, no, I was just really indifferent about it because I was expecting them to throw rocks. I was expecting like the same old, and then they just blew my mind. So,
what is this?
Yeah, no, because it threw me off because the first intro they showed him just walking up, and then the second intro when he's with his Abigail, he had his knife out. So I'm like, wait, does he start with a knife in his hand or whatever? So in the trailer, they showed a couple things. His V skill is his spin kick from Final Fight, which made him lose white health. So, or at the time he lost actual health in Final Fight, but he's gonna lose white health. That was just his V skill. His V reversal is like a random get off me kick or something like that. Then they showed like a couple of chain grabs and then a command grab and all types of other stuff. And I was just looking back at the trailer, and I was like, wait a second. Are you telling me this guy is so good with his rocks that he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna throw actual little mini tornadoes at you? Because I think it's full screen, either that or it's like a Kuma style where it dissipates or something like that. But I was laughing. I'm like, are you telling me Cody's gonna have a better fireball game than Akuma if it goes full screen?
It's a sad day in Street Fighter when Cody got a full screen fireball and Akuma don't.
Yeah, right. Like a fighting, like a fucking martial arts master doesn't have a full screen fireball, and some white guy from Metro City has a. Anyway, the one thing I didn't see out of his moveset that was technically new to Street Fighter to him as a character was his Zonk Knuckle. He didn't have it back in Final Fight or Alpha. He had it in Street Fighter 4. Apparently, he does have it according to the Capcom blog post about what his moveset was. He has that back. And then we get into the triggers. The triggers, he has a couple of like special moves that unlock with his knife. Unfortunately, it's not permanent. and I'm not sure if he can pick it up again after he loses it, because in the blog post it said that if you still have a special move to do with the knife, or if it's still in his hand, he can use that special move even though the V trigger's gone, which I thought was interesting. And it's a 2-bar trigger, so you might be able to get 2 V trigger ones in one round. Then his V trigger 2, I'm considering it might be another 2-bar, it might even be a 3-bar V trigger. He pulls out the trusty dusty pipe, passed down from mayor to mayor, because now Cody got it straight from Hager. And his rocks comes back, and it has a lot of durability, because one thing they showcased is that it goes to Abigail's armor.
Man, so, he got that pipe off the street.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I'm about to say Hager was like
just like Final Fight.
Yep.
He walked in the office. This is the briefcase on the floor. He opened up. Hager's like, "You might need this. Just the pipe and briefcase." All right, thank you, Hager.
Oh, some Iron Man shit. You get there as a gift. But yeah. So they showed that off. I'm very excited for the character. I don't know what to expect tier wise. I hope he's top tier, but. If you've noticed down the line, the DLC characters kind of control the meta. So we have Minot, Ibuki, Akuma, Urian. Zeku is coming up in the ranks. Sanford is putting in a lot of work with him. Shout outs to Sanford. But it's just, I don't know. It's still a problem with the game, like fundamentally, that regardless of the DLC characters that are coming out, the game still needs like I guess a rework regardless of the DLC characters. But I don't know, because every year, like at the beginning of this year, they had a big change to how via reversals work. They have a frame added to grabs, stuff like that. So it's an ongoing process. But I know Holland still got his arms crossed and his nose pushed up against playing Street Fighter 5, and I understand.
You know, it's funny. Speaking of Sanford, I had a dream about it. Like I was at the FGC event and he was there. He was salty even in my dreams. I was like, damn, how's he? I swear to God, it just dawned on me. I was like we were at some event and he was there arguing with somebody about something.
I mean, that's the Sanford in your mind.
He's just salty no matter what.
My mind is always salty, so it makes perfectly sense. It makes perfect sense that it's Sanford made a guest appearance. You just going to associate him with like sodium, like.
But yeah. In conclusion, when it comes to Cody, I'm hyped for it. My boy's back, and it gives me a reason to somewhat grind on the game again, because there's a such thing as too much Street Fighter 5, and that includes turning the fucking game on at certain points. So we're gonna see what I can do. Might fuck around and go to Evos exclusively to play Street Fighter 5, and help Holland, TO. But it does give more incentive to travel and play. Only a little bit of incentive.
People were disappointed with the release date, though. Everyone
it was funny.
Yeah.
Somebody put out like a reaction.
Seen the reactions of everyone's face when
they saw June 26th.
Yes, and
June, baby.
I kind of was laughing. I was just like, "Oh, y'all gotta wait another month."
Right? Because big names don't care about no damn Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, but yeah. So him getting announced at Combo Breaker was a no-brainer, especially with Street Fighter Twitter teasing all the things, including the letter. But I have to say, in a closing note, that's how you fucking announce a character. Okay, you just don't come out with folk who had like a stupid ass like journal report on.
Had a pipe.
Yeah, it's just a journal report where meanwhile Cody getting a whole letter to him sent from Hager and all that.
He getting Kenny Omega.
Right, and Kenny Omega cosplayed as the character. Shout outs to my boy Kenny Omega.
How the fuck Cleveland winning right now?
But down the line we're gonna get
we
get G and Sagot. So I'm assuming G is gonna get announced at CEO. It's possible because Cody will probably be out by then.
Most likely.
What'd you say?
When CEO?
At the end of June.
Yeah, the end of June.
Oh.
But wait, doesn't Cody come out towards the end of June?
Yeah. Yeah, June 29th, July 1st.
Okay. Damn.
So right after, I don't know if I highly doubt Cody's going to be allowed at the event, which sucks.
Nah.
So
it has to be at least a week, I think, for a Capcom event, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Or is it a month?
It might be a month.
It's a week.
Oh, it's a week? Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So he's going to come out that same week. So I doubt he's going to be allowed. All right.
All right.
Other than that, I'm happy.
Might be 2 weeks. I'm not. Whatever.
Yeah.
I stopped following Capcom Pro Tour for a while now. Anyway.
Yikes.
I'm so serious.
I understand.
Anyway, the Magenta liver. Anyway.
All right, Rice, that's your topic. You can put this shit on.
Yeah, so basically...
Stop saying anyway.
So, the Magenta lever is basically made by Paradise Arcade, whatever. And basically it like allows you to tweak like certain sensitivities and of your arcade stick and stuff like that, like on a computer and stuff like that.
I can do more than that.
I know it can do more than that, but it's just...
all right. Riff is the tech man.
All right,
tech man. Break it down, Riff. What's going on?
All right, so looking at this, it looks like you can adjust your dead zones. You can adjust the sensitivity. You can even adjust the neutral on the fucking stick.
The neutral? No, it won't make you play better neutral.
Oh,
no. Like how fast it is.
Oh, no.
And from the looks of it, it looks like it makes Kara stuff easier if you adjust it the right way. But I also see there's probably going to be a bootleg version where it can create auto inputs based on what you do with the stick. I see that happening, which you guys as TOs might have to look out for. Yeah, I see fucking cheating.
Possible cheating.
We're in America. It's the American way. What are you talking?
Immediately.
But there's no way to tell on the outside that you have that stick.
This might cause a problem.
Yes, it was.
Oh no!
Don't tell me we gotta have.
We gotta have stick check on. We got
registration check in and stick check in. Like, you got that mod, nigga?
Stick check on deck.
We're gonna basically be like you calling it now. We gotta do whole like stick checks. Like, no, let me open that joint up, homie.
Open it up.
TSA
won't open your stick, but I will.
The easiest way to check.
They're gonna take the product, man. They're gonna take the product.
Take your product.
Gonna take your product.
Oh my god! As a quick aside, so
there's no click.
I forget exactly where we was going to. Like me and Rice was flying somewhere. I think it was we was flying to freaking TFC. So me and Rice flying to TFC, and the black chick in TSA takes his freaking hair products out his bag, and they was brand new. All I heard about this weekend, you're like, yo, she took my product. It wasn't. She took my hair grease. Was it? She took my shampoo. She took my She took my product. You would have thought he was a drug dealer and got stopped by customs. She took my product. I was crying, yo. But anyway, my bad, yo. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
But anyway, yeah, the way you could tell which is which, the controller doesn't make a sound when it moves.
Oh.
So I mean,
I might have a silent stick.
So
yeah, some people can have silent sticks.
Wait, silent joysticks?
Those exist just like silent buttons.
You can, but it's because the way the controller switches work. They usually make a click, but I mean it'll be quieter. But this one, no, you don't hear shit at all.
I actually think that's mad cool. Like I wouldn't use it for like
it's cool,
purposes,
but down the line it could be a problem.
Yeah, I can see this becoming chaotic, accusations being tossed out, TOs hands being raised like a Yu-Gi-Oh! He'd be like, Judge.
That's what I was telling you.
Well, I'm gonna ask Mr. Head Captain TO himself. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Holland, what do you think? Are they allowed, banned? What's bang the gavel, nigga.
They banned immediately. It's like, no, I'm just playing.
Yo, just hand on the table. Get him out of here.
Has there been any problems in the past for modified sticks?
Yes.
Yes, of course there has been.
That's when
what's his name? Full schedule.
Like full schedules thing, and then we all basically decided to get over it and let him use this fucking punk ass stick because he wouldn't win anyway. But
he won CEO. What do you mean?
No, the full schedule thing. He had a button set up for up forward. So it was a button he could push to basically do.
But see, here's the thing about that though. Like the thing about that is it's not technically a macro because all you did was like wire your up and your up switch and your forward switch to the same button.
Right.
So it's not. It's technically it's not like a programmed macro.
But that's
but for all intents and purposes, it's still a fucking macro.
That brings me back. Wow, it was so long ago.
I thought it was pretty. I thought the stick was pretty sus, but at the same time, that's not gonna win you the game, yo.
Well, I don't know. This might possibly, if it allows.
Yeah, because I see some tryhard in the future releasing a version of their program to work with the stick, because they're going to have to release the driver if you're going to customize it on PC.
I feel like
as long as you can't plug into a PS4 and then like press a button and get
there's more.
A programmable sequence.
It actually allows you to save profiles to the
stick
itself.
Yep.
Then it might have to be banned.
Yeah, is this going to cause any latency issues?
Well, we don't know.
Well, that's up to you to test.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We will eventually see exactly what this thing is hitting for. I don't particularly want to stick check people. So like if we
would you go get it with the Allen key?
Yeah, if we don't have to ban this type of shit, then I would rather not, for multiple reasons. One, because I'm a big supporter that as long as it's not giving you a unfair competitive advantage, then you should be able to play on what you're comfortable playing on. So like, people wanted to ban hitboxes and shit. I was like, what, why? Let that shit rock. The full schedule thing was leaning on the side of suspect, but even then at the end of the day,
that wasn't even a case by case basis. That was like the full schedule problem. That wasn't even anybody else.
Yeah, that was like specifically full schedule to come in with a stick and you got freaking 50 buttons.
It was weird.
Like
that's really weird too.
That's crazy. But at the end of the day, I came around to go ahead and let him play with his janky ass stick. And with this, it's like, as long as you can't program something where I press a button and do a whole like frame perfect infinite combo type shit, where it's programmable macros that don't exist in the game. I would like to allow that, but if you can't do that type of shit, then it might have to be banned just off the principle.
I feel like if you can do that, where think of it like this, in a game like an anime game like Dragon Ball or Tekken, where movement is like the basis of everything. If motherfucker just hits back twice but the controller goes back down back,
yeah, that's cheating. So you get perfect Korean backdashes if you press back within like a freaking a few frames span, and it just does a perfect Korean backdash for you. Yeah, that's cheating like shit. Like, no, that's not cool.
So this is real. Oh man, this now hit the fan. Wow.
I don't know.
Break, nigga. There's always sound.
I don't know, man. Only, and I say that because even the fact that you can't even hear the person move. So while you're focused on gameplay,
if you're trying to listen to somebody else on K Stick anyway, you a bitch.
I mean, you can say that, but if you don't hear that shit,
I don't care, yo. Like if you call me over and say, "Oh, he's cheating because I can't hear his stick," I'm gonna laugh at you loud and hard, and then I'm gonna get on the mic and be like, "Yo, this man called me over because he can't hear his opponent's stick. Are you for real?"
In an environment like that, you're used to hearing shit.
Man, you can be used to hearing whatever the hell you want. You can hear freaking Beethoven's Fifth Symphony for all I give a fuck. Like, that's not part of the information that you are supposed to be privy to in a tournament setting, which is why a lot of people really push for head-to-head setups. So you can't do dumb shit like look at your opponent stick out the corner of your eye or listen for button pressings and all that dumb shit.
Bro,
that's why you heard this term more than I have. If you
that's why Daigo come in with like a little attachment thing connected to his stick where he put up like a little stick divider. It's the most hilarious thing ever.
I've seen people throw their jacket, like for pad players, they'll throw their jacket right over their controller and just play.
Yeah, I mean, really, because it's like, come on, man. You're supposed to be paying attention to the game and reacting to what's happening on screen, not looking at what the hell I'm doing.
I've seen players do that shit too. Like Hungry Box, HBox, he's playing Smash Melee, and you can see him looking down like at this dude when he got real close to him a few times. He would look down and see if he's going for the grab.
Yeah, see what inputs he's doing. That is fucking cheating. Like, I mean, I think that's cheating.
wait,
man, that's not.
Wait, how is that cheating? You're looking at your opponent's hands.
You're trying to see if they're going to grab or not, especially like.
I mean, no, I'm not saying it's not cheating as an item, or rather, no, not cheating. I think that's cheap. It's not. It's not cheating insofar as, I'm gonna disqualify you for that. Like, no, I can't do that. I can't tell you not to look at something. But like, I think that's just trying to get extra information that the game doesn't give you to give yourself a competitive advantage, and that's not fair.
Not fair.
That's why some people like cover, like, especially like with the Soul Calibur 6, when you do your reversal edge, you have to guess which button your opponent's gonna push.
Right. And if I'm sitting here watching your hands,
people cover their controller or their, whatever they're using, so that way they're covering it so no one can see what button you're pressing, so you can take advantage of that.
Right, because we sitting right next to each other. You do your little thing, and I got to guess, and I'm just looking at what button you holding.
It's like Dragon Rush and Budokai 3.
Yeah, like Dragon Rush and Budokai 3, where I'm just like, yeah, what you press, and then I just look over. I mean, the good thing about that one was it was only one button press, like for a quick second, and that was it. So, but still, if I'm watching you do it, then I know what you pick. Like that's bullshit.
And on top of that, you can even adjust for it, or you would miss like certain inputs. You have the stick kind of adjust for that. You can adjust the area of the stick just for that. That's crazy.
That's interesting.
I don't know, man.
I'm interested in the tech, but depending on the level of customization and what it allows you to account for in terms of human execution error, if it ends up like hugely compensating for your own execution errors, then yeah, we might have to ban that.
It's another thing is though, I don't want to be the guy.
I mean, it says it right here too.
I'll probably ban. Yeah, I would ban it then. I would ban it, and it'd be one of those scenarios where there's going to be somebody who brings it anyway, and then if
you get caught, you done. Like
you're done for the whole tournament. Like you're done for the whole tournament.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to take that risk,
be my guess.
I'll tell you now, based on the way you have to do this, you're not just going to see this in a wire. I mean, you're not just going to see this kind of controller. It's going to be a custom stick. I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, it's just it basically goes underneath your stick.
Because not only that, no, it has to be wired to the USB power too, so it has to be powered. Because it's optical.
Well, then it actually might cause latency issues.
Just might, and it might cause problems plugging into the console.
Yep.
Like if it draws a lot more power than a controller normally would, then that can cause issues just from that.
Yeah, which is why it's not a good reason to have more than one board in the controller. That's how shit drops.
All right.
Well, all right. Combo Breaker was this past weekend. Anyway, how was it, Big Dame?
Big Dame! Let me say, for my first Combo Breaker, it was amazing. I enjoyed myself from the day I stepped down. Well, not really, because
that's not what I heard, but
right.
Let's just say my first half of my 20-hour bus ride was a little rough, but the second half
you busted.
I took a 20-hour bus ride. Yes, I left Thursday midnight, got to Chicago at 7:30 p.m. Thursday night. I had to go from Philly to Pittsburgh, from Pittsburgh to Columbus, and then from Columbus to Chicago. The Philly to Pittsburgh area was too rough. Sitting next to a person who was basically pushed me off my seat. But then when I got to the second bus from Columbus to Chicago, I basically had a whole bus to myself. So that was great. But basically getting
means,
to
right?
what?
Yes, you know what that means, right? You walk around in your socks. Be like, I'm bored. Ignore me. I'm stupid. Just ignore me. Never mind. That wasn't good. That wasn't a good one. Ignore me. I'm sorry. It wasn't that good.
$100 price tag ain't worth it.
So anyway, though, get into Combo Breaker though. It was a good experience. I met Rick for the first time. And he's a cool guy. The whole staff for Combo Breaker was great. The atmosphere was amazing. You know, every setup basically had the Astros there, so you could plug in your own headset, which everyone really liked. I had no problems with the sound quality of them. Some people were saying that the monitors were laggy, but I believe because most of the monitors were set to 1080p. So
yeah, we gotta do 720.
And a lot of people saying you gotta do 720. I kept hearing complaints from the Injustice players when I did a bracket for them, and I'm just like,
the thing is, they weren't gonna win anyway.
Y'all really complaining? I was like, okay, no problem. So I had to call Rick over a couple of times, and he says, just power down the consoles, give it a reset, and then put it back on. These monitors can output the 1080p. And I'm just like, okay. And it was like, no, you're wrong, man. And everyone was kind of like, you know, getting on him about that. But that was like the only problem I've kind of heard. Other than that, everything ran on time. He had enough staff to run brackets. There was at one point where no one showed up the next morning, but
wait, so what? Everything ran on time for which game?
Mostly like all like Street Fighter, Tekken, those all mostly ran in on time. I didn't hear nothing about Dragon Ball like going behind because they have multiple subs for Dragon Ball. The layout of the floor, they kind of had like when you walk in, you had like the gaming generations table, and then to the right you had the one little main stage where Tekken was mostly at. Tekken had like a wall full of setups, and then you had like one table, so it was kind of like hard to like watch people there. But then you had Dragon Ball like somewhat in the middle, Street Fighter all the way in the far left. You had all the anime games basically in the back left-hand corner. You had Capcom Pro Tour stream in the back, in the upper front area where the big stage was, and then in the right hand upper corner where the main stage was, you had the Injustice and NetherRealm games. So, like I said, the venue's big. Didn't really have much cell service, so if you got Sprint, you were out of luck. But other than that, they treated the staff with free food and stuff, so you got that. Special raffle for the staff at the end of the event. I got like a capture card because they called my name.
Oh, cool!
Oh, nice.
Hey, man,
what kind of capture card?
Damn raffle.
I could use a capture card, big fella.
And as you guys know, Kurt was rooming with me.
The heel of all heels.
Kurt made the experience better than normal. Don't believe what Kurt said in that post on Facebook about me. I'll tell you guys that story, but it's he kind of over exaggerated it.
Typical Kurt fashion,
you know. But overall, I enjoyed it. You know, I mean, it was a great event. Ran. Who was I? I was talking to New Jersey Shogun. I don't know his real name.
Shogun? Oh, Shogun.
Yeah, the guy with the with like kind of look like he has like a blind eye.
No, I got nothing.
He always comes in and runs brackets. Basically, he always runs brackets for every Big E event. But
Mr. Steve?
Yes.
Steve Murray.
Yes. So I don't know if you guys saw his post on Twitter or on Facebook, but he basically was saying, I don't have the proper space to run that event. I'm pretty sure
run an event like what? Like Combo Breaker?
Combo Breaker.
So he's saying, he was saying, if we had more of a space in Philly to run an event like Combo Breaker, we could be top up here as well too. I said, but you gotta understand, there's not that many places in Philadelphia to run a big event like that. The only place that you probably would get is the convention center, which the convention center can cost you half your soul, basically. So,
I mean, I missed the point. I missed where NEC was lacking for space.
Right.
Well, but some people were saying NEC is too far out. And
oh my god.
Okay, question. How far away was Combo Breaker this year from the airport?
You're about 45 minutes away from the airport. NEC, you're about 25 to 35 minutes.
So what's the
interesting?
But then they were saying lack of cell service in NEC, which again,
okay, all right. So, what was that you said about Sprint at Combo Breaker?
Me personally, I didn't really have much reception. I was in 3G area most of the time. So when I went into the convention center, I went into 3G. But when I went outside, I got back like much cell service, basically.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So,
okay. What else does Steve have to say?
I mean, no, that was basically about it. I mean, but he basically was saying, Philly can run as big as Combo Breaker can, and get more of the aspect of players to come out. But I'm saying we get a lot of people come out to all the Big E events. I don't see like a number.
It's funny, man.
I find that comment interesting only because it's weird. I'm like a FGC nut, so I'm like on YouTube all the fucking time. And most of the clips I see from Best Moments Ever literally happen at all the Big E events. But
interesting.
It's like so it's one of those scenarios where if you weren't at a Big E event, then it didn't happen. I will say that as picky or as Hollywood as the FGC can be sometimes, it's funny. He's like, hey, they had all these volunteers, and it will show you that, hey, Big E event, they asked for a lot of volunteers too, and I'm pretty sure as long as I've been doing it, been looking out for volunteers every single time.
I hear they were asking for volunteers at Combo Breaker because they didn't have enough.
And then
that's what I heard.
But it's one of those scenarios where they're gonna complain just to complain at this point. That's what I'm noticing. I'm like, y'all just want. It's the only thing that I'll
tell you one thing. I will never volunteer for a Frosty Frosting again.
Well, yeah, we're not going to talk about that, and I don't want to throw shit on anybody else's tournament because I mean, I know we all, or rather, I know that we all rock with Big E, and me being Big E staff, and the OmegaSquad is not Big E Gaming, and I do want people to, anyone listening to that to know that. Any opinions or viewpoints discussed here?
I chose those words
purely our own.
Yeah, I chose those words.
Yeah, I get you, Lamar. But at the same time, like I don't want to go slinging shit at anybody else's event. But I will say this: here is what I got from, or rather, all right, this is from Richard, the person who runs Combo Breaker, and. I think from what I was looking at and from who I've been hearing from, Combo Breaker was a great event, and I'm not taking anything away from that. But to say that it ran well or it ran perfect or it didn't have its problems would be pretty short-sighted and an outright lie. It seemed to have a lot of the same problems that pretty much every major that I've ever staffed or been, a higher level administrator for has had. It's that it has the same fucking problems. Like you put on your pants one leg at a time, just like everybody else. This is straight from Rich. This year saw equipment failings that couldn't easily be fixed on site. It saw air conditioners break during one of the hottest weekends Illinois has had in recent memory. It saw top 8s fall behind schedule, and an important UNIST exhibition get postponed. We saw Smash.gg time zone listings cause players to miss pulls. We saw Bluetooth sync overload and system overheats cause players optimal competition experience. We had a Wi-Fi that refused to keep up with attendee demand and a pipeline that dropped stream feeds. We didn't print enough merch. We barely got set up in time. We powered through a staff schedule that overworked people I consider friends. These are things that I can't set aside. And Richard posted that in social media. And he's the main TO of Combo Breaker. So, I mean, I didn't really expect you to come back and tell us what all the problems were at Combo Breaker, Dame, because I know you're the type of dude who just rolls with the punches and just tries to have a good time. And that's something that I 100% respect and appreciate about you, really. But to say that Combo Breaker is doing it so much better than everybody else, bitch, where? Like, you're running into the same exact issues that we run into, and everybody blows E up all over freaking social media for it. And everybody blows Larry up, even though they go out of their way to get as much space as they can, if not more, and do everything that they can. And they're doing a lot of the same things that Combo Breakers does. A lot of the ideas that Combo Breaker has done and a lot of things that they advertise, we've been doing shit like that. We did that shit like that before they did. Like exhibitions and arcade rooms and all that type shit. We've been had that kind of stuff. But it seems like whenever
they put all those Smash players in that one room. But
I remember they used to do that. Oh my god, that was god.
Smash players and the bring your own consoles in that one other ballroom. Which again, I believe where you're talking about the air conditioning, they had to bring out a.
I remember when the air conditioning broke at final round, people would not stop giving Larry hell about that. Was it his fault? No. Was it Rich's fault that the air conditioners broke down at Combo Breaker? No. Almost guaranteed no. So I'd like to commend, Rich and them for doing a bang up job and making the Combo Breaker a great experience. But at the same time, man, it just goes to show that all these tournaments have similar problems. Like asking for volunteers and overworking volunteers, that's a problem at every tournament. All the way up to Evo.
Oh, it's fun.
Yep. Yeah.
You'll run into that issue where
now I did like the idea of how they presented for the volunteers. If you were to do so many brackets, you get a $10 cash per bracket or a $15 voucher for gaming generations. So that was like an incentive for volunteers. Like, oh, look,
that's not bad at all.
I can get my venue back by doing so many brackets. So they assign you at least maybe 3. People were standing in line basically after every 2-hour bracket pool. Like, look, do you need an extra hand? Do you need someone else? I was doing that. I wanted to make. That's how I got my hustle. Basically,
I wanted to get your hustle on. I appreciate that. As you should. And that's why I kind of introduced how we started giving out raffle tickets and stuff. I mean, we always like try to feed our volunteers, but we started giving out raffle tickets, and maybe it should be money, or maybe I'll talk to E about that. And
$10 a bracket, that sounds good.
But also with us, it's like if you run 2 brackets, you get your venue back.
Right, and that's the thing too. I mean, regardless, if you're volunteering and you put your name down, you ran a bracket, E will pay you back.
Yeah, he'll pay you back.
And that's an old thing. I like to point that out. But
yeah, and that's been around forever. But the thing about that is that I don't want to keep harping on that particular, like comparing the two, because I don't want to get into a whole pissing contest between us East Coast tournaments and tournaments in the Midwest or tournaments anywhere else, really. They do their thing, we do our thing. I think it's all great events. But that just goes to show how people will come back and say some, pretty outlandish shit. When if you look at it, we're not really doing much different. From where I'm standing, it doesn't seem like we're doing much of anything different, but everybody gives us hell for it and doesn't give us any credit. But Combo Breaker is the best fucking thing ever. It's kind of strange. Like I said, interesting.
I said the only big difference was just like, there was audio in each setup, and that's something that I know we can't control on our end over here because we don't got Astro coming over to our end to put sound setups in every system, but you gotta work what you gotta work with. Most tournaments you can't play with sound.
Yeah, that's how it is. I wonder what kind of hell Larry would have caught if his top 8s were running behind, like significantly behind, or if his streams were to just like randomly go down. It's just, it's an interesting thought.
It really makes you scratch your chin.
Speaking of top 8s, who won those top 8s?
Well, I know that's in the subject we'll get to in a moment.
Yeah, that was the segue.
That was the segue. That was me going. We've been on this for a while now.
Anyway,
overall, I had a good time. I will go again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go with you next time.
Yep.
Yeah. I will say I didn't really do much like outside stuff because it was mostly like me and Kurt were just in the venue all day. And we didn't really get to do much stuff outside of Combo Breaker because we've been there all day.
I don't really get to do it. Really,
isn't the place? It wasn't the place in like this white country club kind of thing.
The Pheasant Hill Run, and
that sounds like a white bread old money country club.
The establishment looks nice. It's just like it's not. Yeah, you're gonna have to have
I saw some outspoken people blowing up the bathroom in their room.
You know what's funny?
The bathroom was small and dirty and stuff most of the time. So
and dirty.
I was saying, who said that? Because it was funny. It made me laugh.
I ain't gonna name no names. I ain't naming no names.
I think it was Darnell. I was like, the tournament is good. Are you nitpicking? If all you have to say is, well, the bathroom was kind of small. Besides that, like, damn, really?
Oh, that's how you know a tournament is good?
In the freaking room anyway.
That's how you know you had fun at a tournament, but you still want to nitpick because nitpicking is the thing to do. But the only thing bad you have to say is, well, the bathroom is kind of small. Just say you had fun and you had a good time.
The country club, whatever staff is just not up to par either.
Yeah,
if you go to a bartender, ask for a specific drink, and you consider yourself a bartender, and you tell the customer no.
And you call yourself a delivery boy?
I snapped on them. I snapped on the bartender. I snapped on management. I got me and Kurt a couple drinks for free. I said no. This is not how you treat your people.
I gotta see a big Dame snap. What's that about?
Because with a smile on his face.
I ain't never seen that.
You know who I
am. A big Dame
snap. It's funny because he works for hospitality and hotels and stuff. So it's like he knows.
He's actually giving you advice.
He's telling you the right thing to do here. You're just being stupid.
Oh. You're inadequate. Don't have your job. Gotta have that laugh at the end.
The evil laugh.
Yeah, man. Big Dame, you about to have a big problem with Big Dame. That's all I'm saying.
Big Dame come
out on the street and he could have your job.
Big Dame come out, they think they gonna fuck him up. Like he just gonna tell you what the fuck going on.
Yep. Save your job.
Big Dame.
Okay. So top 8 for these games.
Hey, Sonic Fox, baby.
Sonic Fox, guys, go Weechi out of there.
Sonic Fox, baby, man. Yo, before we get into the whole top 8, just concerning my boy Dom, right? He actually posted he made this tweet, right?
Oh God.
Saying a story in 3 parts. And he took all of his top 3 pictures because he placed top 3 in 3 tournaments at Combo Breaker. He got either second or third in MK or Injustice. I don't watch those games. And of course he won DBFZ. Finally beating Goichi. But yeah, so he shared the 3 pictures where it was like MK, Injustice, and DBZ. And those 3 pictures were just like a perfect representation of who Sonic Fox is as like a person. Because for somehow, and I don't know how he does it, but he can make like the eyes on his fursuit, like his fox eyes, give different like anime facial expressions. So even though this man made top 3, he got his podium placement because he didn't get first. He had like these super sad fox eyes on for like his MK and Injustice picture, and he's just like slumped over and just sad. And then you see the second picture, he's just slumped over and sad. It's like, dude, you got second. You sad as fuck. And then he has like these sharp ass fox eyes, and he's just like, yeah, when holding up his Combo Breaker trophy from DBSZ. And then Goichi's just has this huge smile on his face and is just being such a great sport about it. And I'm just like, yo, that is so Sonic Fox, because even when he is winning money and it's like he could have came up with a number of justifications, not excuses, but justifications as to why he didn't win Mortal Kombat and MKX. He probably hadn't played that game in what, 2-3 years. He stopped really focusing on Injustice. Won the tournament that mattered, but he's still sad as fuck in like each picture where somebody had the audacity to beat him. And I'm just like, yo, that's just so perfect now. It's pretty hilarious. And he had not wear a fursuit, so yeah.
I wanna really, it's weird. He's becoming slowly one of those people I want to meet in the FGC. Like if I could do
You never met him?
I never really sat down and was like, yo, what's up? Let's talk. Never did that ever.
Man, that's my homie. I remember when he first started coming to tournaments.
Damn, he was a young boy.
he was a young boy. I would just fuck with him all the time, and he would take it in stride. I'm like, yo, I like this kid.
If you can pass Omega Nitro abuse.
Hey, it was not no Omega Nitro abuse. It's because
I can't disagree with Lamar though.
But it's because he was this cocky little shit, yo, and I would just be over there fucking with him. Like, I don't give a fuck about Mortal Kombat anyway, and I would talk my shit and all that, and he would just take it in stride, talk shit right back, and then we laugh about it.
But the question I have though,
like, all right, you my man.
Question I have, I said it before, and I'm gonna ask this. I said it before. Now I'm gonna ask this question: better fighting game player, Justin Wong or Sonic Fox?
Right now, Sonic Fox. Oh, like of all time, probably Justin. Just because of the sheer longevity of Justin Wong. Like I would say that Justin has a slightly better legacy, but as far as recent or right now, come on, Dom is 100% a better player than Justin. Overall, I don't think there's really any debate.
It's weird. I was like, this kid gonna be the next Justin Wong, and everybody looked at me like I was insane.
I would rather he be the first Sonic Fox. Is there another topic?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah. Let's talk about the top 8 actually,
and then we'll be out.
Yep. So yeah, for DBFZ, Sonic Fox won, finally taking down Goichi, and I think them Gohan nerfs hurt.
Gohan?
Yeah,
Gohan, because Goichi swapped out Gohan for Bardock. So even though he's still like the best Dragon Ball, the best DBFZ player in the world, he's a lot. I guess he's a lot more beatable now. Because they nerfed this fucking nerf Gohan.
Can I just say?
I still think Gohan's still busted. Well, not busted, but he's
not busted.
Can I just say when Sonic Fox won that, the amount of furries that came through the aisle.
He had the furry entourage.
Just one fat bull just went up on stage screaming, hollering, with the tail going up. I'm like, yo, me and my friend were just like,
that's crazy.
Really going on right now? The attack of the furries?
Oh, my single furries. Oh, my single
furries. Even in Injustice, when he was on top 8 for, I believe he was on top 8. He was wearing a whole yellow furry outfit playing against Sonic Fox. I said, yo,
this is his friend.
I was like, what is going on here?
Dang, there was a tweet one time. Bull was like, yeah, I like your suit. No, someone was like, yeah, your furry suit will look real nice. Sonic Fox was DM me. I'm like, damn. Yeah, this point in life now, niggas just damn.
This podcast is going to places I don't want to imagine. I'd rather we talk about fighting games.
Stop it.
He's like, damn, nigga, fluffy tail swing low in here, huh? Shit.
Oh my god! All right. Okay. Moving on. So Goichi got second. Dogura got third.
Fuck is you talking about, Lamar?
I was told by the FCC that I cannot continue this conversation.
Well, I'll put it to you like this, Riff. Do you really want to know?
No, I just
no, you don't.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know. Lamar, why are you even bringing this up? Stop it. Because
Lamar being Lamar.
It's funny.
Basically,
that's enough out of you.
All right, next up.
All right, so yeah, Dogura got third. He was taken out by Goichi, and after that, went down the line. Freaking Chris G. Did he get I think he got fourth.
Yeah, he got fourth.
Yeah, Chris got fourth. So the two Japanese players were bookended by Sonic Fox and Chris G, who I think are kind of definitively the top American players right now. And anyway, after that, we got Hook Gang God. Hook Gang God. His name is just fun to say.
Yeah.
And then Fenriddy and Doza, I think, were rounded out the top 8.
Kazunoko, Doza.
How are you going to get a second chance to get into the summit and you got bopped twice?
He got bopped.
Oh, who, Doza?
Yeah.
Bopped twice on stage.
Yeah, he got
Doza got stripped.
Oh,
it was like, we're going to give you a redemption pass. If you win here, you get to go to Power of the Summit.
Well, that's the reason for that was because they both finished 7th, right? And everybody else is in the tournament. Or everybody else is in it.
Everybody else is in it, yeah.
That would have sparked a fire in me if that was told.
I'm sure it sparked a fire in him too, and then that chick got put out. So what do you want?
Thank you so much. I was like, they got put out.
And then
And I mean, sometimes you lose. All the guts in the world, guts and all the guts and friendship and part of the cards ain't going to keep you from that ass whooping. And that's just how it goes sometimes. But
I wasn't expecting them to play that day though. I thought probably was going to be like down the line.
It was like, why not do it right now? And and
we'll do it live.
And Rick was, very good about it and was like, yeah, you know what? That's a good idea, which was, more Dragon Ball. More Dragon Ball for us to watch. Cool.
Yeah.
I was cool with it.
All right.
But, all right. Yeah, that was DBFZ. What else we got? Did you watch freaking Butt Fighter 5?
No.
Not much, but...
Did anybody?
Well, I was in Virginia, so yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. You got your vacation excuse. You was on vacay. What happened? NL1, right?
NL1.
I was too busy watching Unio because that got super delayed. So they were playing. No, because they were playing top 16 in the top 8 on finals day, and the top 8 was delayed. So
yeah. But that was hype. That Unio was hype in that back corner over there. I will say that much.
Yeah, Unio was great. That was great.
It was. I'm not even a fan. I'm not even a Unio player. And I was like, this is really entertaining right now.
Yeah, I figured out. I enjoyed watching that more than I would have enjoyed watching Street Fighter. So that's what I did. But
I believe the most hyped top 8 that I've heard there that I saw was Marvel.
Marvel?
Apparently,
you weren't surprised if you would have been there
because
like
a Bucky Chun-Li player was beating everybody.
What?
If you would have been there live and just seen how Marvel was going, you would have been like, "Whoa!" Like,
really?
Oh, this is so bad. Okay.
See, if I had been there live, I would have probably ignored Marvel just like I do every other time, unless it's my own tournament.
I feel like the internet was different. It was all about DBZ and Tekken. That's weird.
Yeah,
and DBZ, Tekken, and Unio was great.
Yeah.
All right.
Guilty Gear was great too.
Tekken was really good.
But yo, so many people drowned in pools.
Dog.
Like Yohosi, who's going to the Summit of Power, got 33rd in Dragon Ball.
Damn, what?
Yeah. So not expecting too much, but you never know. In Street Fighter, like there was so many people there at Combo Breaker, but as far as the names who made top 8, Edel, Shin, Infiltration, Nemo, Bonchan, I don't know who else. But like, who else? But wasn't there like a ton of people there? Like Punk didn't make it.
It was a man. It was a premiere event and just a lot of motherfuckers.
What was that about Punk getting DQ'd?
Oh yeah, he did.
I don't think that was in Street Fighter.
Yeah, he got DQ'd in one game. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I think it might have been Injustice or something. But I don't think he got DQ'd in Street Fighter. I think he just lost.
Right.
But yeah, so it like.
But the surprising part is
I think Daigo wasn't Daigo there.
Yes.
Yeah, Daigo didn't make it.
BX the Cool Kid. Rob TV.
Kazunoko. It was a premiere event, so pretty much everybody was there.
Yeah, a whole lot of people were there, and a whole lot of people got bopped.
Yep.
And NL won the tournament. Ain't that some shit? Anyway, all right, Tekken 7, take it away.
Tekken 7, Lamar.
All right, so we had Knee, John Ding, and Lohai. Knee first, John Ding second, and Lohai third. And Saint with fourth. MVP for this one is Lohai.
Yeah, Lohai was getting it in, yo. That was OD.
Lohai played some fucking Tekken, and it was just amazing. He ran most
like an old military. He playing Tekken, boy.
No,
yeah, everybody else ain't playing shit, but he was playing
Tekken. No, it was. The cool thing about this was Knee first one was Knee playing phenomenal the entire tournament. But John Ding ended up just like overpowering most of this shit. It was solid overall. I think the pools. I think pool play was way more stacked. It was a premium event, just like y'all said for Street Fighter. It was a premium event, but it was so terrifying. Like no matter what pool you were in, it was like you're gonna die.
I had to go against Saint in my first pool.
Yeah.
Dang. Yo, how JDCR?
Okay, so let me explain that one for those who weren't there. JDCR got no round brown the first time. And then the second time got one round.
Damn!
It's like he didn't win either. Joey Fury. And a Paul Fury. And a Paul Phoenix.
America.
It shows you that all you
an upset
with the fundamentals.
Too many Pauls in that tournament, I'll tell you that much.
Really?
Too many Pauls.
Spacing and some fundamentals. Dear God. But yeah, he completely.
See a lot of Jacks in there too.
A lot of Jack. Oh,
Jacks. I would say it was probably like myself, P-Ling, and probably like 2 other people that were Xiao Yu players. That was like 5 of us.
And 1 Nina player.
And only 1 G Sour in the top 8.
Yeah. And
1 Nina player.
Shout out to Commander though, making
top.
Shout out to Commander.
On the local forefront, Commander made top 24.
Top for 17.
He got points for that too, didn't he?
Yep.
He did get points for that. He lost to Cuddle Core, and Cuddle Core used Xiao Yu. And I was telling him, like, look, I know you don't want coaching, but you're gonna have to back off from her because she's going to be coming in with that Xiao Yu trickery.
Back one bullshit.
That Xiao Yu technology.
God damn it. 8-frame bullshit. I hate that move.
And she used that against them.
Yeah.
and that's what hurt him. So,
but yeah, it's it all together. It was stacked, and it was a very strong. Like everyone who you thought was going to end up winning, just like Kudons got knocked out. JDCR got knocked out by Saint, which is really like surprising actually, because usually with their little rivalry, JDCR comes on top. Oh, and also MVP for pools is Spirogen, just because you'll never see another triple perfect ever in life ever. And he was like the dude who got hit with it. He was such like a good sport about it. He was like, shit, triple perfect. All right.
I was like, why even go on stage, yo? Like,
it was weird because I'm like, you can't get a hit for 3 games. Damn, I don't know what to tell you at that point. You just stop playing for a month. Just go. I need to go figure out what I want to do in my life. Playing Tekken probably isn't it. But all around, the auction tournament was cool to watch.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And that's Tekken in a nutshell.
I forgot who won that, by the way.
I gotta look it up too. Actually, I just remember.
I know the amount was considerably high.
Yeah,
because a lot of money was spent.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of money was spent.
About the motherfucking money.
Well, and the last game we have on the bracket is good old Guilty Gear.
Yeah,
that was actually that was one of my that was nuts. It was one of my favorite tournaments to watch, and definitely like the experience. Shout outs to Hamad, yo. He came out of nowhere. He's a new school player. He's playing Kai, so like one of the most basic freaking characters in the game, and he made it all the way up to winners finals before he lost a game to anyone. He 2-0'd Kazunoko. That was incredible. Like I saw Spooky had to eat his words in the stream chat because he was like, "Oh, he's not going to 2-0 Kazunoko." 2-0 Kazunoko. It was over. I was laughing my ass off. But yeah, so shout outs to him. Freaking I'm pretty sure he's an American player, came absolutely out of nowhere and ran through almost everybody in the whole tournament until, some of the other freaking international Guilty Gear gods was like, nah, fuck that shit. You gotta get out of here, young boy.
Right.
So, like, the winner was Daru, who's pretty much the best Eno in the world. And runner-up was Teresa, who has to be one of the most... I don't know, yo. He was
a heartbreaking grand final, man.
Yeah, it was. But like because Teresa was trying to come back with that Jam, and Jam is a super momentum based character, and then his stick messed up because I think he had that 8-minute timeout thing and forgot to unplug and replug his stick, so he lost a round. And I
would go home and cry.
And he was crying.
It was heartbreaking.
He was crying after he lost, and I just felt so bad for him. And I mean, I don't want to be stereotypical, but he is the most non-Japanese looking Japanese person I've ever seen. Is he like a big stocky boy? I'm just like, I don't see that too much in the Japanese players that come through and play. Teresa.
John Ding is pretty husky for his demographic as well. I said John Ding is pretty husky for his demographic as well.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, you never really see that because there's always the stereotype that video gamers are like big or like freaking short, fat, out of shape people. But the vast majority of Japanese gamers that ever come through do not, always buck that trend, like to show that stereotype to be a lie. But then Teresa comes along, and I'm like double taking it this dude because first his name's Teresa. Like, I don't know if that I don't know enough Japanese.
We skip the offensive shit and just go to the results. Kind of mean.
But no, I was just saying it was just interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, but my heart bled for him. He's playing a godlike character, and he was coming back, yo. He was making shit happen, and then his stick fucked up, and then it was over.
Yep,
it was so
recover.
He could not recover. He was crying. He gonna cry in the car.
Oh,
if you watched it, you.
Oh my god!
I was upset because I really wanted him to win.
Oh, he was LeBron James.
Oh my god! All right, can someone else talk this shit up, please?
Speaking of LeBron James, he's losing. That's what's going on.
Losing like Teresa. If I want to talk to him and ask him where he got that name.
Teresa.
Like, is he Mother Teresa or something? Like,
well, in my lifetime.
All right, I'm repeat. Can someone else talk?
Shut up, Colin. Oh my god.
I'm done. Guilty Gear was great. Moving on.
KI was pretty good too. I know people don't probably watch it anymore. No, listen, hold on.
Okay, how are you talking about?
For it to come back as a world tour to come back.
Come back? What come back?
They pay the people.
It was a pretty hype. It was a pretty hype top 8.
That's nice.
You know, and some of a lot of the KI people, all 13 of them, is cool as hell.
Fucking
13 of them.
All 13 of them cool as hell. But come on, man, that game dead as shit.
That shit more dead than Marvel.
That game dead as a doornail, yo. Like, get that out of here.
I will say those. It was a pretty hype
community that supports it. Be respectful.
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, I gave shout outs to the KI community. You know, you got one person for every character. Actually, not even one person for every character. Some people don't pull in double duty.
Hey man, that just means the people that are in the bracket are extremely solid because only people that played.
Yep. Either that or they're the permanent 0-2 people.
I mean, who I saw Pink Diamond play.
Oh god,
no surprise there.
Oh yeah, she plays Maya.
With that Maya.
Well, yeah, her Maya was off during that tournament.
Yeah, because she hasn't been playing the game.
Neither
is anybody else.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I now associate.
Yeah, I associate her more as more of a Tekken player now.
That's the only reason I know. Yeah,
that's the only thing she's been playing.
Her Master Raven's been off.
Oh really?
Oh my gosh.
So she was off in general.
Josie.
No,
Josie?
She
plays Raven.
Plays Master.
Interesting. All right. Next up.
All right. Anyway,
you know, it always freaking made me laugh that people saying like Master Raven. You know, it's always Master Raven, Master Raven. Regular Raven ain't in the game. Why don't you just say Raven?
You're right. I don't know. I think it's one of those things where I got used to it and they got like impaled in my brain. All right, next up. What's the next one?
Nah, that's it.
That's it for the night. Anyway, we're gonna have outros. Big Dame.
You gonna start with Big Dame first? See the guests. Whatever.
What's the point?
Big Dame.
Oh well, I guess I'll go.
Yeah, outro. Say your parting word.
Outro.
Well, guys, thank you very much for having me.
No problem.
This was a great show. I would love to do it again one day.
Hey,
you know, you guys rock. But you know, shout out to my org, Witch Doctor Gaming. You know, please give us a follow. We will be making some announcements, some other things soon. So please be on the lookout. We got some big things in store for us. So especially in the FGC part, since I'm in charge of it.
I'm in charge.
So be on the lookout. And of course, Rice as well, my second in command. So shout out to Rice. You know.
Hey Rice. You made it.
And you know, and look out for me as a player too, because you know, I'm getting more notice now.
Fuck that. Fuck your back one. All right.
and of course you'll see me on Soul Calibur. You watch the stream if you like, but I'll be doing much better next time. So
hey,
$70 well spent.
$70 well spent. How much is that jacket? How much is the jacket? I know you're doing that jacket thing. I just gotta be a player first. I said, there got to be a player to get that jacket. I remember you guys were talking about selling those jackets.
Oh, well, you can go to our store, which is Gamers. I was about to say Gamers Apparel.
Gamersapparel.com. Got it. Okay, no, go ahead.
You can go into our store. Yep, Gamers Apparel, and you can search for Witch Doctor, and you can find all of our merchandise there.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right.
Well, thank you, Big Dane.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys.
Oh,
Kenny.
This is nice.
Cody Travers is back. The real is back. The Vil is back. You know what I'm saying?
Cody the driver.
Yeah, we're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna see what it's hitting for. Like to shout out to Big Dane. Shout outs to the Combo Breaker FCC. Support your locals and watch your girl. And yeah, that's all I got.
They do more than watch your girl nowadays too.
Oh my god. Okay, Riff.
I mean, this is Riff again from the hardware guy. Yeah, don't get caught cheating because I'll catch you.
Don't get real talk. We're gonna have Riff at the door, taking apart sticks, going.
You ain't got to come and confess. We looking for you. We gonna find you. We gonna find you.
Lamar.
So you
but no, the price tag on that,
protect your neck.
$100 for that.
How much?
What did you say?
$100 for that lever.
Ooh. How bad do you want to win? Not that badly. Family man here.
Still going to drown in pools.
Yep.
Dang.
Drowning people.
Family man here. Liquor too. Catch me out in local host or back to the lab playing Tekken. If you want to come on out, if you want to come out and play some offline Tekken, please feel free to hit me up. I'll tell you where.
Why don't you come out to local host and purify yourselves?
Doing good. Doing good. No, we got to just keep pumping our numbers up. And like I said, don't be afraid of that. Just kind of you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket when you come out. You could come out and learn something. People just think, we cut them. We're not cut them. We will show you why you're bad at this game. And you can
Wow.
Tell you why you trash.
I mean, we're not cutthroat, but we're going to still show you why you ass.
We're not cutthroat, but you ass though.
That was a good howling response. We're not cutthroat, like you ass, but
hey, why gotta be a howling response?
Because
that's a howling response, nigga.
I feel like you would say,
damn, yo,
you'd be like,
this is what I get from my crew.
I can't. Your crew ain't pirates.
Arrgh. That's mutiny.
My crew.
What?
Are you good, Lamar?
No, apparently.
Holland.
You already know, man. Oh my god. Stick check on deck. Don't be suspect. Protect your neck.
Good job. That was good.
Nice. You're a little MC now?
Yo, what's with you on little? Anyway, shout outs to Big Dean.
The negotiator.
Always good to hear from you, man.
The negotiator.
But yeah, OmegaSquad podcast. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
When we discuss batches.
What about Rice?
For always, I'm the host. And there's a couple things I actually want to say. Perfect Legend, please just stop talking.
Damn, yo, we ain't bring that up. Oh my god, he said that Sonic Fox was gonna get Bardocked out. And see, like, that's the funny thing. Speaking of PL, like, I forgot that we were supposed to talk about that.
Y'all thought we was finished?
Because we brought up top 8s, and Perfect Legend wasn't on that list.
He ain't Perfect Legend no more. He Carl, man.
Man,
he lost his title.
He perfected Legend.
Oh my god!
He is perfected 1-3 legend or 1-3 engine.
Funny? That man's an evil champion, And no one
in the game
remembers
nobody
that
cares
because,
about anymore.
He's an evil champion, but no one knows that. You know why? He went 13.
You're too busy talking shit and getting hit.
Yeah.
That was PL. That was a different era of PL. That was like a different version, yo.
I don't know who this is.
Sonic Fox patched that perfect legend out the game.
Exactly. Dear God.
Damn.
All right, and number 2, I'm glad to have the master negotiator on the podcast. Shout out to Big Dame. Shout out to everybody else who watch. And good night.
Night.
See y'all.
Have a great night, everyone.